Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming in our presentation. Today, we are going to talk about the impacts of robot arms in manufacturing. So, let us introduce ourselves.
My name is กิตยศหลูปานวงศ์
My name is คณพจน์ติวภา
My name is จิรัตน์สมราช
My name is เจษดาวินัยโกศล
My name is ณัฐากรโกมล
And I am Thanonpat Viwatnimitti. Let's begin our presentation. Presently, the robot arm is one of the most important things in industry. It can apply to use in many ways in the manufacturing process to develop the world industry to smart factory in the future. And that is the reason that cause a lot of change in many ways in industry. We have divided this presentation into four main parts. Firstly, we would like to present about the robotic arms in manufacturing. Secondly, we will focus on the impacts of robot on future employment. Thirdly, we are going to talk about the impacts of robots on productivity. Fourthly, we will consider the impact of robots on environment. And finally, we would like to give you a conclusion of our presentation. Let's start with the first topic, robotic arm in manufacturing.
Thank you Mr. ธนนท์พัฒน์ I will focus on robotic arms in manufacturing. In the manufacturing world, one of the most common robots is the robotic arm. This metal arm, usually made up of 4 joints, can be used for several manufacturing applications, including welding, material handling, and material removal. Furthermore, industrial robotic arm is a marvel of engineering in that it reacts similarly over raw arms. The robot's arm closely resembles a human's arm with a forearm, elbow, and shoulder. That is where the similarity ends through. Industrial robotic arm move much faster than human's arm, and without the proper safety measure can be dangerous. Robotics arm usually have some form of safety package or sensor available to ensure safety of human worker. In addition, an industrial robot's arm not only increase speed of the manufacturing process but also the accuracy and precision. This robotics arm cut down on worker error and labor costs. This metal marvel will continue to operate in manufacturing for years to come. Arm lifting and moving progress along until the next lightning fast innovation is introduced. Let's move on to คณพจน์
Thank you Mr. กิตยศ And then I will consider the impact of robot on future employment. Technology is continuously progressing in the manufacturing industry. With new developments in automation, the industry is introducing the use of robot in the workplace. There are many concerns that robot will essentially take over manufacturing, leaving people without jobs and changing the industry as a whole. But is this fear of robot justified? Will the ever-growing automation capability of humanity lead to a decrease or an increase of jobs? Are you still with me? The automation experiment during the Industrial Revolution and the past decades, including the introduction of robots and collaborative robots, have actually created safer, more efficient, and more pleasant working environments. As has been shown in the past, automation developments such as the implementation of robotic will lead to the job changing and tasks being reallocated. The fact that robots taking over those repetitive and dangerous tasks allow for employees to move on to higher skill tasks such as production planning. So yes, some jobs will be taken over by robots and other automatic solutions, but robots will later complement than replace people. Now I will pass you over to Mr. เจษดา
Thank you Mr. คณพจน์ The impact of robotic on productivity. The fact that industrial robot can be counted on to deliver excellent results on a consistent basis is one of the primary reasons that so many manufacturers has begun implementing these machines in different manufacturing applications. Industrial robots are also popular in welding applications. The ability to deliver a perfectly welded seam every single time and less time that would take even the most experienced humans. That means the manufacturer can ramp up production without having to worry about quality slipping. So, when the robot arms come to adding industrial robot to our company's production line, there is no doubt that adding an industrial robot can speed up production, keep workers safe, ensure have quality results, and save a company money over time. I will pass you over to Mr. Jiras.
Thank you, Mr. Jesada. The impact of robot on environment. There is a growing interest in green manufacturing all around the world. To be green means energy efficiency and environmentally friendly manufacturing process. To replace worker with robot, the environment inside of the factory can change. Since there are no longer humans working, there do not have to be any regulation on the temperature inside the factory, or whether the lights are on or off, by reducing energy involving air conditioning, heat, lighting, and the facility. A greener workplace will be promoted. Are you still with me? Next, the efficiency and precision of robots will decrease the amount of scrap that are created within the workplace. Less scrap is less waste that enter in the environment, impacting the environment through waste reduction and energy conservation will allow for company to become green and help conserve the environment. I will pass over Mr. Nathakon.
Thank you, Mr. Jilat. Well, this brings us to the end of our presentation. We would have to know that how much robotic arms should be encouraged to use in manufacturing. So I will summarize the main points of our presentation. First, we talked about the robotic arms in manufacturing. It might look like a human arms, but it is much more effective if it has been properly measured. And it is developed to be very accurate and precise, which it helps in error of workers and labor cost. Second, we mentioned in the impacts of robots on future employment. We don't want everyone to think that the much more developed robots will take over the human jobs, but robots come to complement boring, repetitive, and dangerous jobs for workers in order to move humans to jobs that require higher skills, and will create new jobs up instead to support human jobs. Third, we mentioned the impact of robots on productivity. Now, robots have been introduced in various industries and have received very good results. Robots can speed up production, keep workers safe, and ensure higher quality results, and save company money in overtime. And last one, we talked about the impacts of robots on environment. The benefit that comes with robots is this eco-friendliness, because when no humans are in manufacturing process, there will be no need to adjust the environment to be friendly to humans. That is, no need to use air conditioner, heater, or worrying about turning on or turning off the lights. And it can also reduce waste or scrap from manufacturing process, because robots can work efficiently and very effective. Before I finish, let me just say, do not be afraid of change. If we do not change, the world will not be developed anymore. The presentation is end. Thank you for your attention.